What's up, guys? How are you? It is the Thursday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Perrault, here on BettingPros.com. We're always being brought to you by BetMGM, and we are always here across wherever you get your podcasts and right here on YouTube as well. All right, so a 2-2 night last night. We're still up for the week. We're having a pretty good week. I think it's a 6-3 mark for the week. I think that's correct, and we've been doing pretty well here. We went 1-1 yesterday, bounced back with 2-2 today. So last couple of days we've been scuffling a little bit. I'm up because I've gotten some personal plays right. I did fairly well yesterday, going 3-2 on my personal plays, and I got a couple of hockey bets right last night. Got a couple of basketball bets right last night. So a 2-2 night officially on the podcast, and then some personal plays. So not a bad week for me. An okay week for us here on the pod, but got a couple things I'm going to get to today on the program. I've got two NHL bets to give you. I've got one college basketball bet to give you, and I do have a play on the workday on the WGC tournament that will start today. Get to it early. Hopefully I'll get to the first thing in the podcast. I'll give it to you kind of first so you guys can go and bet it if it's early in the morning, and you can have a chance to jump in here. Much like last week, a couple of quarter unit plays, nothing too crazy. But let's just recap yesterday. The Utah Jazz continued to be an absolute wagon. We have made a lot of money on Utah. We're not the only ones. They're killing the books. I mean, it's just been a walk in the park. -8 is what I got. I was nervous. I thought that was heavy. Nope. They destroyed the Lakers. It was just an absolute barn burner. Busted open early and watched the number just go up and up and up on the live betting. And the Utah Jazz held the Lakers to under 90 points, and it was just an incredible effort, both offensively and defensively for Utah. So that was awesome. I bought into Alabama, and I'm done with buying Bama. Okay, I'm off Alabama. That's it. I thought they would play with their hair on fire on the road at Arkansas, and that didn't happen. It was just a bad bet. All the way around, just a bad bet. Bama got it close before halftime, but that's it. It was ugly. It was really ugly. The Creighton Blue Jays, the under in the first half hit, the under in the game hit, but the Jays covered the first half line, and they covered for the game against DePaul, winning by more than 20 points. I'm really angry with myself on that because I was trying to figure out what to do. I was trying to figure out what bet to make on that, and I chose the first half over because I thought they'd come out, just hair on fire. Thought they'd shoot a ton of threes, hit a bunch of threes. They got going. It never really got close to the 66.5. I was paying -150 juice on that, so I thought that was a good bet. I got a good number, and unfortunately, no, it doesn't hit for us. So that's a loss. Bama's a loss. We get a win with the Flyers against the Rangers. That was a nice W there for us with that money line victory. I think I'm 6-1 over my last 7 bets in the NHL. I think that's right here on the podcast. We've done really well in the NHL, so we're hot in hockey. That's why I got a couple of plays going for hockey. So 2-2. So Utah hits and the Rangers hit, and then losing with Bama on the game, and then first half for the Creighton Blue Jays. So right now, if you do not have your cookies, hold on. There's a bunch of orders going out. Okay, if you paid for your cookies, there's a bunch of orders going out. If you have not received the email, there are 23 of you who have outstanding orders right now. You requested to buy cookies. You have not gone ahead and processed the credit card payment yet. 23 of you, please, if you need the email to be resent, tell me, all right? I will get it done for you. I will go ahead and get it resent, so you guys will have that for you here so you can pay for the cookies and we can wrap this whole thing up. So they're baking the cookies as fast as they can. They're sending them out constantly. 30, 40 orders a day are going out. So you're going to get them. Just hold on. Be patient. You're going to get your cookies to help us raise money. And once it's all done, we'll tell you the official total. I think we have 299 total orders. I believe that's right. So when you combine that with the people who just went ahead and donated on their own, which I think there's 5 donations of $25 that we have seen. So that's over $100. It's $125. So you get that plus the $299, which is $2,900. So we're good, right? We're over $3,000, and we've got the $2,500. So we're over $5,500 raised by the Daily Juice. I will give you a round of applause for that, guys. Thank you. That is incredible. Really fun. You couple that with my $2,500 from the DraftKings contest, and as I mentioned, we're over $8,000. Just really, really cool. Awesome, awesome stuff. Okay, The Giannis Antetokounmpo jersey is getting close. We have over 800 reviews on Apple. How about that? That's awesome. If you've left a review on Apple Podcast or Stitcher, you don't need to do it again. If you haven't done that, go and do that. Leave a review, screenshot, go to bettingpros.com/juice, fill out the form, drop in the picture, and you are good to go to win the Giannis jersey that will get pulled coming up at the end of the month. We're right around the corner for that to happen, okay? So keep that in mind. If you haven't done it yet, please go and do that and take care of it. Okay, you guys know the BetMGM offer by now, right? $600 risk-free wager, $600 up to $600 if you are in the states of New Jersey, Colorado, Indiana, Tennessee, Iowa, Michigan, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Virginia. You must be physically located in those states to take advantage. You must be 21 years or older. And you go to BetMGM.com for terms and conditions to be a part of this great offer. I need to pull up the phone number collapsed on me, so let me before I pull that up again so I can read it. There we go. And it's Juice100. That's the promo code. Juice100. Take advantage of this BetMGM offer. You must be in the states I mentioned, and you have a gambling problem. If you do, please call 1-800-522-4700 in Colorado, Nevada, 1-800-GAMBLER in New Jersey and West Virginia, or 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. Okay, let's start with the plays. Let's start golf, okay? Start with the workday. FanDuel, DraftKings, interesting bets. Here's a bet I might make. Okay, I didn't make this because I didn't have access to FanDuel, but here's a bet I might make. Jon Rahm to be the highest finisher for Europeans at plus 300. I like Jon Rahm a lot here this week. I like Jon Rahm a lot. He had a really good showing on Sunday at Riviera, shot a 66, had a top 5 finish in that. He started off slow, but he started to play really, really well. He played well last year at the Workday Charity Open in Dublin, Ohio. I think this guy might be due. He might win this tournament. However, for a quarter unit, I'm going Jon Rahm, top 10 at even money. That's at DraftKings, okay? Jon Rahm, top 10, even money, quarter unit. Again, at FanDuel, I like the plus 300. I didn't have access to it tonight, so I can't play. But if you have access to FanDuel, Jon Rahm to be the highest European finisher at plus 300 is a really interesting bet. I think Jon Rahm's going to have a huge weekend. I think Jon Rahm could win the whole thing, okay? I don't like betting on guys to win, but if I'm going to bet a guy to win, I think Jon Rahm's going to win this thing coming up this weekend. But that's my pick. I'm not going to fly with it, but that's top 10 Jon Rahm, even money, plus for a quarter unit. Other quarter unit, Tony Finau. All right, Tony Finau is plus 175 at DraftKings to come in the top 10. Tony Finau has had 4 straight top 5 finishes. He has had tremendous bad luck. He just is a bridesmaid over and over and over again. Maybe this is time. Maybe he's due, okay? Maybe you can take a flyer and say Tony Finau finally wins this thing. The course is set up well for him. I'm just going to take Tony Finau at plus 175 to come in the top 10. Okay, you can bet top 5 if you want, plus 400, plus 450, somewhere in that range, depending on the book, if you want to go with Finau top 5. But I just go top 10, okay? Give me something to look for. Give me something to root for. Jon Rahm, even money, quarter unit. Tony Finau, top 10 at plus 175, quarter unit, okay? So that's how I'm playing the Workday Championship. I think both those guys are due to have really big days. I don't like betting guys to win, okay? We cashed one bet last week at plus 200. We went 1-1, but we were up because of the plus 200. Let's go 2-0 here and cash both these even money and plus 175 wagers here coming up for top 10 for both Jon Rahm and Tony Finau coming up at the World Golf Championship Workday Charity Classic. Okay, so let's take the other quarter unit and let's talk about Michigan and Iowa. Lines 4. I would be comfortable with this up to 5. I know some books were at 4.5. I got it at 4. Iowa comes into this game. They have covered 3 of their last 4, but they did not cover their last game at home against Penn State. Michigan is 13-4 against the number. Iowa is 13-10. Michigan had a very long COVID layoff, but since that COVID layoff, they have come back and looked pretty darn good. They have covered 2 of the 3 games and won all 3 of their games. Won by 9 as 8-point favorites won by 9 as 1-point dogs to Wisconsin. We were on them versus Wisconsin. They won by 7 against Rutgers, didn't cover that as 9-point favorites, and then they were laying 1.5, initially opening up at +1. We were on Michigan +1, or I actually personally I was on Michigan. I didn't take it for the podcast. Personally, I was on Michigan +1, and they beat Ohio State by 5. Here's the thing. Iowa is overrated. They're overrated. All right, they just are. They have problems defensively. They have problems on the wing. They're not that athletic, and if you play physical against them, you can push them around. I don't like Fran McCaffrey. I think Luka Garza is a really interesting college basketball player who will probably be, a 10th man on an NBA bench for a while. All right, he's not very athletic. He'll get drafted in the second round, maybe late first. I think Luka Garza is a really good player at this level, okay? But he's just not great. He'll have an NBA career, okay? But, I just don't think he's that good. He's not quick enough. And against this post play of Michigan, these athletes from Michigan, I think the Wolverines are going to score at will. I thought about taking the over, but I'm not positive that Iowa's going to hold up their end of the bargain. 155.5 is a big total. I'm just going to lay the -4 on Michigan here. I've talked about fading Iowa for most of the year. I'm going to now get into that. I'm going to start to fade Iowa here. I don't think Iowa plays in the second weekend. I think they're overrated. I'm taking Michigan. They're for real. They're killing people. They're playing great. They've got great three-point shooting. They've got great post play. They've got great defense. Michigan -4 at home against Iowa to win and cover. I'm on the Wolverines -4 for a half a unit. So that's 1 unit in play, right? 3 bets, 1 unit. Rom, Finau, Michigan. 2 hockey plays, and we've been very, very good in hockey. Let's talk about the Montreal Canadiens. On the road, don't love it. I like the number, though. -122 is what I got for the Montreal Canadiens on the money line at Winnipeg. When you fire your head coach, the next game is often hair-on-fire game. I think Montreal comes out on fire. They have been ice cold. They are super talented. They are very good, and they've been pretty good on the road. 4-1 in their last 5 games on the road. But they've been horrible recently. 2 wins in their last 8 games. They've been bad defensively. They've been bad offensively. They've got a bunch of really skilled, fast skaters playing in a Claude Julien system that did not match. So the firing happens. Didn't shock really anybody. So I think you jump on the Canadiens here the next game after their coach gets fired, having a fire being lit under their butt to get after it. And I think you get the -122. Winnipeg's a little bit overrated. I like the Jets, but they're a little bit overrated, and I think Montreal's got a real chance here to get a big victory. I don't care about a lot of the trends because they've been pretty bad. I mean, they're 1-5 over their last 6 games, and they're 0-4 in their last 4 games as a favorite, so there's some bad numbers on Montreal. Eventually, things will come down, but right now, for a half a unit, I'm on the Montreal Canadiens money line to go ahead and win here. Just win the hockey game against Winnipeg. Montreal, after firing Claude Julien, to bounce back and get a much-needed victory on the road over Winnipeg at -122. And then the other half a unit that we're going to grab, I'm going to do something that may be a little dumb. All right, so we were on the Devils against the Buffalo Sabres in the last game, right? And Buffalo won the game easy. 3-0, I think the final was. It was ugly. It was 0-0 after the first period. The Devils had tons of chances. And it was 1-0 after 2 periods, and then 3-0 really quickly, 2 fast goals in the third period, and that was it. Buffalo wins the game. That game closed with the New Jersey Devils at -145. I got the Devils on the money line last night at even money. That is a massive overreaction. Now, I might be wrong here, and Buffalo very well might win this game. But you're telling me that after 1 game and the way the Buffalo Sabres have been playing, that all of a sudden it's, 45 cents? I mean, that's a ridiculous change. I don't think that's right. Even though the Devils have not been good, okay? There are numbers that point against the Devils. They're 0-5 in their last 5 games following a home loss of 3 goals or more. Okay, it's a very specific trend, but a lot of people like the over in this game and saying that this is going to be an offensive game. But I mean, they're 1-5 in their last 6 meetings against the Sabres. They're 1-4 in the last 5 meetings in Buffalo. So there's some bad trends here for the Devils. But this is just a money play for me. Forget the trends. I'm getting even money on a team that in the last game was -145. What? That's too big of an overreaction. There's too much value there for me just to kind of pass off on that and not take that. So I might get my teeth kicked in here. This may be a bad bet, but I've been pretty good betting on hockey. So I'm going to try to continue with that and say, you know what? We've been pretty good with the NHL. I've been seeing the board pretty well. So maybe this is a little bit of a dangerous bet. Maybe this is not the most, it's a little aggressive, but I like this bet. I think there's too much value here to not go ahead and make this bet, given what we've done in hockey and the way we've been with hockey, which has been pretty good. So, I'm just going to stick here. Money lines in hockey, it's not easy, but it's easier than some to come in and get W. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to grab onto the Montreal Canadiens money line and the New Jersey Devils on the money line. All right. If you haven't checked out the new gear on fantasypros.com/shop, go check it out. The new Daily Juice gear. It's out. A couple cool t-shirts, a couple of Daily Juice hats that are available, which are very, very sharp and very, very cool. Definitely go check those out. Working on a winning week. Okay, so we're going to hopefully keep it going here with the week that we're on. And so let's see, by my count, so we are now, let's see, we are 9-6 on the week. Not bad. Okay, that's good. That's a good week. Let's keep it rolling here. 2-2 last night, down a little bit, but let's keep it going because we had a good day on Monday, good day on Sunday. So a couple of winning days. Let's have another one here today. Let's get a couple of victories here. Let's hopefully go 3-0 here on the plays and then watch John Rahm and Tony Finau do well. Once again, the plays here for a Thursday. John Rahm, top 10, even money. Tony Finau, top 10, plus 175. Michigan, -4 against Iowa at home. Montreal, -122 on the money line on the road at Winnipeg. And the Devils on the road, even money on the money line up against the Buffalo Sabres. My name is Matt Perrault. Hit us up on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get into the Discord channel. And every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast, brought to you by BetMGM, right here on bettingpros.com.